It's time to send the kids back to school, so I'm sure you've spent the summer organizing, decluttering, and catching up on sleep, right? So you've got the hooks ready, you've got the school supply list, but there are some things that we need to do that will literally make this whole next season of your life a lot better than it was last year. All right, even though we're talking about going back to school right now, I need you to think about last year. And I know for some of you, you're like, no, absolutely not. I blocked out all those memories, but I promise you this is good. Okay, so we're gonna revisit the dead here and we're going to think about specifically the mornings and after school. What were some things that were happening in the mornings that were holding you guys up or slowing you guys down and just kept happening over and over and over again? Next, I need you to examine after school. Same thing. What was happening? What are some things that you could have been sharper or tighter on? You want to go ahead and make a list of all those points of failure, shall we say, weak spots within your system. And I'm saying your system, but I just mean your life, your day, your routine, right? How you go about doing what it is that you do. Getting the kids to school, from school, getting them to bed, and doing it all over again the next day. By auditing those terrible things that happened last year, now you get the chance to make this school year better than the last. I don't want all the preparedness and things that you did over the summer to be in vain if we're not actually working on problems that you're actually having. Okay, so it's one thing to organize the house because the house needs to be organized or declutter. But again, if you're not actually working on the problems that you and your family specifically have, getting out the door, and like I said, after school, then this year is gonna look just like last year. And that is not cool. You don't need any more repeats. We need to glow up here. Sit down right now, jot out all those things, because even if you don't revisit this piece of paper later, you simply sitting down to think about these things and do the exercise right now, I promise you will put things at your forefront and you will even subconsciously start to work on ways to fix some of these issues that you're having. Now that you have the list of how you were a horrible, terrible, unorganized, irresponsible parent staring you in the face, let's move forward with the hope that this year will be so much better because we're dealing with the facts that are in front of us, no emotions, and we're just getting straight to business. You guys already know I need those likes so that other people will know this video is not trash, it's actually helpful.
When you like it, I love it.
So tip number one to help you win the school year is to have templated grocery list. So I was recently on my phone and I saw that I could turn a list that I had, a shopping list, into a template so I could reuse it over and over again. And I was like, what? This is wild. I definitely turned it into a template and I'm sharing that with you guys. So there are a million ways that I'm sure you can do this. I was on my iPhone, so I was using the reminders app, but you can pull any of the note-taking apps and create a template. Get a piece of paper, just make a billion copies. I need 50 packs of applesauce every 3 weeks. It doesn't change. Make that grocery list and just make sure that it's somewhere accessible where you'll see it so that you can actually use it and save yourself so much time. Tip number two, set up subscriptions for some of those items so that you literally don't have to worry about them ever, as well as save a little bit of money on the side. So this would be bulk items: toilet paper, paper towel, dish soap, blah, da, 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 da. They're set up to come every 3 months or so, and I save 10%. No one wants to find out they've run out of toilet paper after they've sat down to do the do, you know? All because you have so much going on and you just couldn't keep up with it all. And it's like, guess what, lady? You don't have to keep up with it all. Just set up a subscription and Amazon will drop off the toilet paper to your house, okay? Use the resources that are available to you. I've been practicing that myself. So I'm fussing at you, but I'm also fussing at me too. Use the resources that are available to you. Subscriptions save lives. Just make sure you go through once a month to delete the ones that are eating up your money that you're not actually using, of course. But for the most part, as long as you manage them, that is literally less off of your back, okay? So please set up the subscriptions. That's tip number two. All right, so tip number 3 is to set an out of the door alarm. And let me explain this by breaking down my situation. Usually the mornings where I wake up on time or even early are the days when we would get out the house like the latest, as in like not just late, but I gotta go sign you in late, walk of shame late, slut walk late. So yeah. So for us to get to school on time, we need to leave the house by 7:30. So what I do is I have another alarm set for 7:15, so that basically when that alarm goes off though, I know, hey, it's time we gotta get out the door pretty much. So we have alarms going off at 3 specific times in the morning. Wake up, get your butt downstairs. Oh, y'all are screwed, you're already late. Okay, so now the last tip is the realest tip of them all. And that is, make sure things are in places that actually make sense. This is a weird one because I know you spent a lot of time organizing, making things cute, making sure everything is going from tallest to shortest, and things are in alphabetical order. The issue with that is typically when you organize things so that they look pretty or cute, it's not functional. And so things get messed up a whole lot quicker because sure, the cabinet is organized, but you've got the syrup in the back of the cabinet. Now you've got to fight through all the seasonings and everything else to get to your syrup bottle when, you know, technically if you just put the syrup bottle up front because you actually use it, you wouldn't even have to disturb all the stuff in the back of the cabinet. So yes, we want things cute, but we still need it to be practical, usable, functional. Another example, think about your morning routine. What do you guys have to run back and forth to get? For us in our house, it's always lotions and lip chap. The lotions are upstairs. When I get downstairs, I have to do a lotion check, and 9 times out of 10, elbows are ashy, you know? Yeah, it's like a situation because we waste so much time having to look for lotion. So yeah, that was for me right there. I gotta figure out where to put the lotion because this is not working for us like at all. So think about in your house, it could be shoes might be in a weird location. It could be backpacks are being stored somewhere they shouldn't be stored. It could be all sorts of things. When you sit down, like I said, to make that master list of just all the issues, this could be one of them. Things are simply not in a place that makes any sense for you whatsoever. And it's like, what are we doing here? That's how you get ready to go back to school. This is how you win the school year. If you can think of some more tips that others could use, put it down below. Oh my God, I always forget to do the whole like intro, introduce myself and all this stuff. I'm Victoria Alexander. All the content that I make is geared towards making life better. I literally hate unnecessary unhappiness. And yeah, that's pretty much it.